Welcome back, everybody, to Pop Culture Conspiracy. I'm your host, T. How are y'all doing today? And in this video, I'm going to be covering the very staged and scripted fight that happened between Amara La Negra and her castmate, Florence on Love and Hip Hop Miami. Everybody's going crazy about this. It's bringing up the conversation of colorism in the Black community. And I just want to give my take. Y'all know here at Pop Culture Conspiracy, I talk about pop culture, but I do it from a different perspective that is supposed to bring y'all back down to reality and expose the truth behind these, again, staged and scripted situations, okay? The world is a stage. Reality TV is all an illusion. Before I hop in, please like, share, and subscribe. Let's talk in the comments, and please turn on your notifications. Okay, you guys, you know Love and Hip Hop is down bad when they have to stage and script and set up a fight that goes into the colorism topic and debate. This is just dry and tired. I, like a lot of people, haven't watched Love and Hip Hop in years. I checked out of the franchise long ago. I'm sick of recycled storylines. Ain't nobody really talking about shit on there. Ain't nobody really doing shit on there. It's a bunch of people just on there shucking and jiving for a check, and not even a big check at that, because if they was really getting money, they wouldn't have to keep their ass on Love and Hip Hop, okay? So I stopped watching a long time ago, like many of y'all. The show just should have been pulled from the air, but the show is still on air because it is doing its job. It continues to reinforce stereotypes about Black people. I think of that movie, They Cloned Tyrone. There is definitely an agenda out there, especially in the media, to continue to show certain images to Black people and, again, reinforce stereotypes and, always show Black people in a certain way. I'm sick of the show because there's always somebody on there arguing or running or catching a fade. That's all you see on this show, and it only goes viral. It only makes headlines. People only talk about it. It only creates conversation, when something negative happens, when somebody has another baby out of wedlock, when somebody's arguing about some crazy shit, or, again, somebody getting their ass beat. And so here we are again. I can't help but to notice how this topic of colorism is reoccurring, and how the producers and anybody else on set, all the people involved in making this show, do not shut that shit down during filming. They always let it just happen, and then they wait till, the show, goes on air, and then here we are again, issuing apologies and going through the song and dance of, having the public get involved and give their 2 cents and calling for people to get fired and all the other shit. Like, if it made it past filming, it shouldn't have made it past editing. And, of course, Florence, the girl who was, calling Amara La Negra jealous of her and wanting to be light-skinned and all this shit, she issues some, just raggedy, thrifty-ass apology. And, of course, she wants to chalk everything up to editing and all that other shit. But, nobody can make you say what you said. I do believe that the producers did set that fight up. They set that scene, and they may have told her to come into the argument a certain way, and they may have given her pointers on how to approach the situation. But at the end of the day, she still said what she said, and nobody can change that. If you don't have a mind of your own, if you can't say no, that is on you, because the editors and producers, we don't see them. So all the backlash is going to fall on you, like it is. I do know that producers will edit scenes and will chop certain stuff, and, again, will instigate fights and will give people tips and pointers on what to do, what to say, but you are still in control of your actions. Getting on this show and losing your goddamn mind like that was a choice. And that raggedy ass apology was a choice too. You may have well just kept it in drafts, because it's only doing more harm than good. So I'm just tired of this. I'm exhausted. I wish they would at least come up with more storylines and more hot topics, rather than us getting into the colorism debate. But this is what I mean when I say that this show is very orchestrated by the powers that be, because it keeps Black people stagnant. I've talked to y'all about this several times with certain conversations that are had on these podcasts, on any media outlet, really. There are certain conversations that are had that are, orchestrated and designed to keep Black people talking about the same issues for decades. We've been talking about colorism for years. I get it that it's still an issue in our community. It's still a problem. It still exists. It's still prevalent. But we know that. But if we keep having the same discussion, we're not doing any real growth. We're not making any progress. Some people just have a preference for fair-skinned people, just like there are people who have a preference for those who are dark. It works both ways. Like humans are going to always have beef over something. They're always going to have, anytime there's differences between people, no matter what it is, no matter where they're from, religion, culture, creed, looks, anything, there's going to be some friction. Sometimes opposites attract and sometimes they repel. So just this conversation about colorism, and we're still, having debates on that on social media is just dry to me. Now, will Flo be fired? A lot of people want her fired. I don't know. I think it would be good if her ass got fired, but I'm just thinking to myself, she was silly. Like, imagine you getting fired for some shit that the producers, may have manipulated you into doing. You know what I mean? Like, they set the trap and you took the cheese. Imagine you getting fired over that. Imagine you getting fired for them setting up a ploy for ratings and setting up a ploy to create buzz for their show. And you are supposed to be on this show because, again, you want to be famous and you want to be known for singing or rapping or whatever the hell you do. And now that's really never going to happen for you because you've turned off the same people who you want to buy your music. I don't get these people. People have a habit, like I've noticed this with artists, they have a habit of pissing off the same people that they want to buy their music, buy their products, and be a fan of them. Because I hope she doesn't think that a bunch of light-skinned Latino people, we're going to buy her music and we're really checking for her. And from my understanding, Flo is Haitian, Amara is Dominican. I think it's also dry that Love and Hip Hop is keeping up that beef because it has been known that Dominicans and Haitians, even though they are right next to each other and they're both Caribbeans, and some of them, Dominicans kind of lean more Latin because they're Spanish speaking, whereas Haitians speak French and Creole. But either way, they're both Caribbeans, from my understanding. And they pretty much share the same damn land. They live, again, right next to each other. And they have all this beef. And so we see this manifest on this show. And I hope you guys understand that is not by accident. A Haitian woman beefing with a Dominican woman on a reality TV, especially a show like Love and Hip Hop Miami, is strategic and on purpose. That's what I mean with them setting a scene and them staging shit. Like, of all the cast members she could have got into it with and how the storyline is developing, it could have went any other way. But they set it up for the Haitian to get into a fight with the Dominican girl and for there to be an argument over colorism. It's just dry, and again, it is so lame. And when you really wake up, you can see through the antics. A lot of people have brought up Erica Mena, how she was fired for calling her castmate Spice a monkey. Erica should have been fired. Again, Spice is Jamaican. Erica is either Puerto Rican or Dominican herself. She might be a mix of both, but she's Latino for sure. And then again, it's just like more just Caribbean on Caribbean crime and more just more shit that doesn't even need to be happening. Erica did get fired. Her ass should have been fired because she is not Black and loves to reside in Black spaces, but also thinks that she's better than Black women and, all this other bullshit. Her ass should have been fired. But, again, what has Erica amounted to, after that? She was really never going anywhere past doing music videos and doing reality TV, and you know, she's still in the same spot. I don't think Erica really had any hopes to get into music. You know how they be on these shows faking to have music careers, but that shit really did hurt Erica Mena's piece of a career, and she is now on Zeus Network fooling around. So see what I mean? Like, all these antics and doing everything for these producers, it doesn't work out for these people in the long term. They have to understand these producers have real skills. They have a real job. You as a talent do not have it like these producers. Again, they have connections, real job, real skill. You are one booking away from going right back where the hell you came from. And y'all consistently sacrifice your potential and whatever talent that you have or may not have to help these people make a show. And they're going to keep filming and recording long after your ass is fired. So I just don't get it. I don't foresee anything prosperous happening for Florence. You know, this is gonna definitely scar her reputation in the media for a long time. She's not gonna be able to live this down, and people will always remember. So I just want to ask her, like, was it worth it? You're trying to get your career off the ground, and you're doing stupid shit like this that's only setting you back. Was it worth it to help these people make TV? And they're gonna have many seasons to come well after this situation, and you will be the one bearing the brunt of your own decisions and their script and their stage play. Let's talk in the comments what y'all think about all of this. Talk to y'all in the next one. Bye.